Hey there, guys. It's your boy Acris, and we're back with some Trails of Cold Steel. And I just woke up, so hopefully I don't sound too bad or anything. That being said, we finished up our tasks for today, so the only thing left to do is to head out. Cause you know we gotta meet with Arena soon. I wonder what that's gonna be like.
Looks like the sun's starting to set already. That took longer than I expected.
I'm not surprised. That was a hard day's work, even by our standards. I was gonna say, was it really that hard day? You know, that much of a hard day's work? But you gotta remember, we were walking around. So, yeah.
Well, at least we were able to finish all the requests, and that's what really matters. Now let's head back home and wait for my mother.
You said it.
Someone seems awfully cheerful.
Hey. What's up, Crow?
What's wrong? There's something going on over there. Oh. It seems like something out of the ordinary.
It sounds like it's coming from the plaza on the lower floor.
Let's go take a closer look.
Is there anybody to talk to, though? Okay, basically, no matter which direction we go, we gotta speak to people. Hey, isn't that?
No way.
Oh! What the hell's going on here?
What are the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police doing here?
I have a bad feeling about this.
This doesn't look good. I don't know what's happening. These guys look like they mean business. Let's go down to the lower floor and get a closer look.
Right. What the hell is happening?
I wonder what's going on down there. It's like those military types are arguing about something.
Whoa, I don't know what's going on over there, but it doesn't look good. I wouldn't get too close if I were you. Can I talk to everyone before we do all of this? Of course I can't. No, I'm pretty sure we can't get down to the lower level this way. We're going to need to find another way down.
Right.
We switch to Alisa. This is her turf. Dun, 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 dun.
This is bad.
Preserving order in Roer is the duty of the Nortia Provincial Army. Our duty? You've had quite enough of outsiders like yourselves swaggering into town as though you owned the place. Here we go. If I may, we're currently here on a mission for which we will have full authority. Besides, the expansion of the railways has increased the flow of money, information, and people across the country. These days, it takes a modern organization to maintain order in an interconnected world. That organization is the RMP. So why don't you take your sashes and your pointy helmets and kindly keep out of our way? You son of a...
Sir, I can't let insolence like this tarnish our good name.
Now, let's not be too hasty here. They may answer to the Chancellor, but with only his many of them, they're nothing more than a mob of uniforms. Oh, what the hell? Why is it getting to this? Why is it getting to this degree? Why do you gotta make such a statement in public like this with everyone around? What the hell?
Armored cars. Are you insane?
You can't just roll military vehicles into the middle of the city.
On the contrary, arms exist as tools to defend one's territory, one's country. Had we been the ones fighting the terrorists, I assure you, we would not have been outsmarted. Citizens of Roer, you have nothing to fear.
Right. Like this shit ain't making them fear. You already got everyone scared and paranoid as hell right now.
In these dangerous times with terrorists running rampant, the Nortia Provincial Army is here to defend you from harm. And defend you we shall. These glorified beat cops are out of their depth. They know nothing of this community. I'd suggest you don't place too much trust in them.
What a blowhard. It's like he's spoiling for a fight. He's really selling it to the populace.
But they can't just drive armored cars right onto the city streets. What do we do?
They're both officially recognized military organizations. I don't think there's much we can do. But if for some reason things turn ugly, let's do everything we can to get all the nearby residents to safety.
Right.
That's as much as help as we can offer. Pretty much.
You're quite correct, of course.
Well, who's surprised that Claire showed up? I'm not.
Both the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police have their own roles to fill, each important to the Empire.
Because I was trying to figure out what was she referring to, what she was talking to with the other RMP members that were with her. This was a little earlier. Might have been even before we got here. Oh, hey.
Isn't that
the one and only
Captain Claire?
I didn't know you had arrived.
I'll take things from here.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's her, huh? Yeah, the infamous Icy Maiden.
Good day to you, officer. I believe the Imperial government notified you 2 days ago that we'd be conducting patrols and investigations in the area. Has that really caused such inconvenience that you felt compelled to bring an armored car within the city limits?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he was thinking with that one. That's crazy as hell. Like, how do you even explain yourself after doing something to that degree? I really think there's a way that you can.
Well, And frankly, I can't bring myself to agree with your assertion that we're out of our depth here. The railway is a network that crosses the entire empire, allowing us to dispatch forces anywhere at a moment's notice. We can also gather divisions scattered across the country in one place in a matter of hours. In fact, we pride ourselves on it. It's our distinguishing feature as a division of armored forces.
We're armed forces.
Really?
I do keep seeing them pop up in the Imperial Chronicle. Looks like Claire showed up at the perfect time.
As quick-witted as ever, too.
Now there's a classy lady for you.
We have no quarrel with you and no reason to argue. We have enough on our plate with the terrorists as it is. But we've got a job to do, and so do you. Ultimately, our commitment is to the people of this nation. I'm sure you feel the same, no?
But that...
A query for you, then. How would you respond if a crisis were to occur in multiple places at the same time?
What the hell? We even got Rufus here?
Oh.
Oh, man. Yo, his outfit is so damn sick. And I'm not even a fan of the color green, really. But it complements him very well. Rufus.
Oh, hey. Yusa's brother really gets around.
And always turns up where we least expect them.
Lord Rufus, we didn't know you were in Roer. Are you leaving already?
Indeed I am. His lordship asked me to extend my stay, but I'm afraid I have business to attend elsewhere. I'll be heading out in a short order. Oh boy, I feel like this is tense, man. Got Claire and Rufus. This is one of the few times that we've seen her with a face that isn't, expressionless.
So that's Duke Albarea's eldest son?
As the noble faction's biggest upcomer, he sure dresses the part. Oh boy.
Ah, Captain Claire Revelt, I presume? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard much about you.
It's an honor, Lord Albarea.
Please, no need for formalities between us. Rufus is fine. Still, you seem puzzled as to what I'm doing in Roer. Or to be more specific, how I got here. Do I assume correctly? The country's railways are completely under your control. Had I taken a train, you would have known it.
I mean, most of the time we've seen Rufus, he just gets around on the airship, so.
And yet, there are no signs I passed through Roer Airport either.
Ooh.
The truth is more mundane than fantastic. I arrived aboard the Albarea family's private airship, which currently sits just off a highway on the outskirts of the city, awaiting my return.
Okay, so just about what I said. You had me in the first half.
Blind spots are an unavoidable reality. We all have them.
That's true.
As on the ball as you are, you do well not to overestimate your own superiority.
This dude Rufus came over here to make a statement.
After all, the hardest falls are the ones we don't see coming.
That's a bar.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Now, isn't it time both sides withdrew? And remove those unsightly vehicles from the streets at once. A provincial army must conduct itself with valor and grace at all times. Would you not agree?
Well, they did anything but that. I honestly don't even get how they could get off with doing stupid shit like this.
Precisely, my lord. Withdraw, armored crews, stand down.
Yes, my lord. They look so goofy chasing after her. Fortune finds us face to face once again.
So it seems. Thank you for diffusing that situation the other day.
You needn't be so formal. I was just in town to speak with the Marquise on my father's behalf.
Ah.
I imagine you two must have had a lot to talk about. Indeed we did, and the Marquise never makes it an easy time. He took advantage of all the excitement surrounding the courageous maiden voyage to take my little trip unnoticed. Yeah, so he used that as a cover-up. I mean, what better way than that? But still, though. How the hell did you know to do that? Given the current climate, it's impossible to predict what may happen, both here and in Ordis. You have 3 days of your field study remaining. I suggest you focus on the assigned tasks and stay out of trouble. I'm looking forward to seeing what Class 7 has to show at the Academy's festival after all. I was gonna say, prior to me reading this last line, it almost sounded like a slight threat. It kind of came off a little weird. It's, a sentence before this one. It's kind of, there's some pressure behind it, I felt like. Rufus is quite an interesting individual. I'm not sure what they expect out of him. But I think I said that. I believe I said something similar when we first, met Rufus. It was either when we first met him that first time or when he was leaving, when he was getting ready to leave. And he was having that conversation, I believe, with Eustace. Man, you meet Eustace and think you've seen the nobility's golden boy, then you meet Rufus. I'm actually kind of impressed. I'm almost loath to admit it, but over time I have gotten the impression that he's a good man. Or a noble, anyway. And damn, Mikey still had to add on that last part. He's a sharp guy. I can see why he has so much sway in the noble faction as he does.
Well, it looks like the sun's about to set. Why don't we call it a day here? My mother might know more about what's going on with the Provincial Army and the RMP.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Nothing happens in Roer without Marquise Rockner say so. We may need to figure out what he's up to. I'm almost rather curious as to what brought the railway military police out here. Or the army, who seems to be driving tanks into cities to win arguments now.
I believe they know something. Possibly terrorist related. It could take place here or around this area. Who knows? But we know the RMP they're really trying to get these terrorists. Liberation Front, to be specific.
Yeah, there's gotta be something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about.
That's gonna make for some interesting dinner conversation, huh?
We'll find out soon enough anyway. Come on. I'll show you to my home. Though, I guess you've already been there. It's just part of the Reinford building.
Uh-huh. I mean, I feel like she said something similar to this degree when we first came here.
Wait a minute.
So you live? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she said this was practically her home.
In the penthouse suite on floors 24 and 25, yes. That's my family's house, more or less.
Damn, so we didn't get to talk to anyone outside.
Man, I can't believe your family has the top 2 floors of a world-class high-rise all to itself.
Honestly, can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, even high-ranking nobles would trip over themselves to secure a luxury suite like this.
I was afraid you guys would react exactly like you just did. That's why I just kept my mouth shut. Sure, it's large, but it's so pointlessly large for just 2 people, and the only servant we have is Sharon.
Hell, that's the only servant you need.
If you have Sharon, that's the only maid you need, even for a place this big.
You said it. Well, we'll be guests here for the next 3 days. So, thanks for having us, Alisa.
Well, of course. Don't mention it.
Alisa's so cute.
My. Is it just me, or do I detect more than a hint of red on Lady Alisa's fair visage?
Girl was something else.
Could she be embarrassed?
Getting jumped by the 2 silver-haired characters. I mean, I guess Crow's is more gray.
I am not.
We're here on a field study, so could we at least try to take this a little more seriously?
Lighten up, Machias.
Oh, lighten up, Machias. It just wouldn't be a proper field study without one of us getting embarrassed about our family.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder when is it going to be our turn? When are we going to get a chance to go to Ymir? Plus, I want to see Pops and Ma.
Welcome home, everyone. Feels nice to be back. I'll just ignore how you popped up to greet us the moment we walked through the door.
Yeah, and there's no point in really questioning it anyway.
I just couldn't wait to see you.
Right.
Now, if you'll just follow me, I'll show you inside.
Man, this track is too good. I think the last time I really went extremely crazy about a track is probably the one that plays there in Ruin in Sky. Reinford building, top floor, the penthouse. And look at that chandelier. I remember when we had a chandelier in our downstairs. This was when I was younger. I had to have been a teenager or something. I never really, I was never that crazy about it. I think I can see the appeal of people liking it, but I mean, at the end of the day, for me, it's just lights.
Well, I'm impressed.
This is even more grandiose than I'd expected.
Alright, I'm back. My bad about that. I got a call, and that call lasted for about 10 minutes.
You can see the whole town out there below. Talk about the lap of luxury.
Looks like a comfy place to take a nap.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like this is too much for me. An area like this, it's not really my style, but it's nice.
You guys really think so? I've been away from Roer for half a year, so I guess it does feel kind of nice to be home.
I guess that's natural.
I've already finished preparing dinner.
What did Sharon make?
Please, let me know whenever you're ready to eat.
Thank you.
I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty hungry. What do you say we... Wait, actually we can't, can we?
I'm thinking probably not. Don't we need to wait on your mother?
Mother said she'd be eating with us tonight, so we need to wait until she comes home.
This is assuming that she's actually gonna come home. Why do I feel like that is not going to be the case, even though she said she would? I feel like, man, you can already tell by how their family situation is that this is gonna turn sour. It's either A, she actually does show up, but those two still, are disagreeing and not being able to talk just normally and understand each other. Or B, which is what I think is gonna happen, she's not gonna show up, and Alisa's gonna get mad as hell.
And there are quite a few things we need to ask her too.
I'd rather she just showed up, honestly. That's what I'm hoping for. I got a sick feeling in my stomach. Oh no. Oh no. I knew it, man.
I'm afraid I received a call from the chairman earlier about that.
What sort of reaction is this girl gonna have? Oh God.
What?
Oh, you fade to black on us? Hopefully the call was just about work and it wasn't nothing serious or anything. Yeah, this place looks amazing at night. What a view. Gosh, they're really dragging this one out for us, man. Hopefully we can still have a good dinner at least, and it's not too awkward or bad.
Alisa, if you wolf down so much food so quickly...
You'll get fat.
Ah! It's just this once. I eat a balanced diet the rest of the time.
I mean, eat however you want. You're a growing girl after all.
But you've been bolting down every course so quickly, I'm surprised you haven't inhaled your napkin.
Nah, that's crazy.
maybe we're gonna need to rethink your stage outfit for the concert.
Crap, I almost forgot about that.
If you're worrying about us, you don't need to, you know?
You guys are talking like she's gonna gain like 60 pounds overnight. Relax. Not to mention, look where we are. We're gonna be trekking up that path probably so many times it's not even funny. She's probably gonna burn so many more calories than she's intaking.
I know your mother promised she'd have dinner with us, but we all know she's a busy woman.
And she said she'd try to make some time for us tomorrow instead.
Yeah, I really hope things plan out for that tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be twice now that she said something and she didn't do it.
But still. It's not that it bothers me so much, but she sits on Thor's board of directors. Who's she meeting with that's so important she can't even clear a little time to see us? She got off the Lusitania already, didn't she?
Yeah, the Lusitania. Classic, man.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh, man.
She's not out on a date with a gentleman or engaging in any lascivious behavior, if that puts your mind at ease.
Lascivious. See, that's how you say that word.
That's not what I'm worried about. Not even close. Honestly, hearing she was seeing a man might even put my mind at ease.
Alisa?
I kind of understand where she's getting at with that. I wonder how much would it impact her or change her. Because, man, she's pretty much just drowning herself in work. It's very similar to Arios. You know how Arios just takes on every single task? He just buries himself in work. And we find out stuff about Arios, man. It was sad. After dinner, we got straight to work, finishing our reports for the day. I like how we're all together just doing our stuff. But with the chairman Arena canceling her dinner appointment with us, you know, that mug is bigger than Elliot's head. The tensions between the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police and Rufus's suspicious behavior. It was clear that something significant was happening behind the scenes. We just weren't exactly sure. Or we just weren't sure exactly what.
Well, we have the rest of the night free, so we might as well enjoy ourselves. You're welcome to look around the house as much as you want. But under no circumstances are you to set foot in my or Sharon's bedroom without our express permission.
And why'd she have to turn to look at green? I know.
That's our Alisa.
I heard you have a private library here. Might I be able to peruse your collection?
Of course. Would you show him the way, Sharon? As you wish, my lady.
Guess we should nail down the rest of the stuff for our festival concert too.
Yeah, there are still a few bits we need to make some final decisions on.
You want me to help out with that?
Nah, I'd rather keep you fresh so I can get your opinion on our finished plan as a whole.
AKA, I don't want you screwing up the designs. Trying to accommodate for what the girls are singing.
We want an honest first impression on whether you think we've got will go over the audience.
Alright, makes sense to me.
Well, good luck. Anyway, let me show you to my room, V.
Thanks. Oh, so we really do get control, huh? I could do whatever I like. I just want to look around first before I talk to anyone. Let's scope the place out. Of course, they got some washing machines, the horrible washing machines. Hey, this looks nice. But why are these gated off though? Maybe it's some people with a lot of money only know. Nice little bed, nice view. Okay, I see him. Alisa. Oh, it is Alisa. So whose room is that? Is Sharon's room or? It is Arena. For sure. Got an orbital radio and everything. Yes, so I guess that might have had to been a Sharon's room because V and Alisa should be in her room. It's really late. I probably shouldn't go out again tonight. Besides, there's still plenty to check out around here. I should see what I can find. Let's check out this place. Whoa, what is this? Like a little garden? Nice view. Mobile radio. 2 beds, huh? Huh. Okay, there's Crow and Elliot. Might as well speak to him. Plans for the concert going okay?
Yep, they sure are. We've decided who will be on what instruments and have a good idea of what our 2 songs are going to sound like. We should have everything set by the time this trip's over. By then, I'm hoping we'll be able to show what we've got to the rest of the class.
Fantastic. Sounds like things are really coming together then. Let me know if there's anything I could do to... Or let me know if there's anything I can do. I'd be glad to pitch in.
Sure thing. I want our performance to be at least as good as the one Crow and the others put on last year, if not better. We're almost there. Just gotta get a few more things sorted out first.
Yo, good timing.
I'm torn between these 2 designs for the girls' concert outfits. Which revs up your engine more, A or B?
Let's see. Whoa, back it up. Neither of these.
But if we want to lock in the guys' votes, we're gonna have to give them what they want. Push those boundaries of good taste. Then we go in for the kill with a little wardrobe malfunction at the end, and victory's as good as ours.
This dude is over here scheming big time, but I don't think You should go that far, Crow. We won't be winning anything but a trip to the principal's office if we get banned for participating. First, you need to make them a bit less revealing. Actually, make that a lot less revealing. And what's up with these little comments in the margins? Optimal bounce vectors? Show them titties? Are you serious? Show them titties is crazy. We know whose wardrobe malfunction he's after. Gotta be Emma. It has to be. I knew we were overdue for a long talk about your prudish tendencies. Prudish. Well, those issues aside, the base designs both look pretty good. I'm leaning toward B. I think it'll look good on everyone. Is that so? Alright, I'll give this one a little more polished then. We've got the general outline pretty much squared away. Now all we need is to nail down the outfits and the songs. I'm sure it'll all come together. You just leave this to us. When we pull off this show, we're gonna be the school legends. Aren't you already a school legend? You, Toa, Jellica, and George. So this is the library here. Is there anything we can find here? Yes, I'm bringing Schwarzer and I'm willing to rob even Alisa's home. Yes. For the sake of lore, I'll do everything.
Does that mean you'll become a criminal for the sake of lore?
Anything. I'll do it all.
Would you like another cup of coffee, Master Machias?
Oh, yes, please.
What about you, Master Reed? I'd be happy to take your cup directly to Lady Alisa's room if that's what you'd like.
Yeah, Sharon. You're something else, Sharon. Always trying to set up Reen and Alisa. Or you could just, bring it out here. That'd be great.
Serving guests is but one of the maid's many duties. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to make you feel more at home. Anything at all.
Sometimes I get the feeling that she feeds off of my discomfort. Nah, Sharon is wicked. Marine, this room is amazing. So many books here on such panoply of different subjects. It's as though you'd never again need to visit a library. Guess it's safe to say it meets with your approval. Yeah, you could say that. It's not every day I see such well-curated collection. I feel a little giddy. Aaron told me that this room and the one adjacent were one of Gwen's private rooms. Oh, so that was Gwen. Which means all the books here were part of his personal collection. Wow. He did seem like a really smart guy with a lot of different interests. I guess it makes sense that he'd have a mountain of books like this. Never had the opportunity to meet him, but he must be quite the Renaissance man. I'm going to park myself here and luxuriate in this buffet of knowledge for the evening, I think. Nothing wrong with that. I want to look at Sharon's design more up close. I'm trying to see if there's anything we could pick up on it. Like, is there any sort of hint on her? Yeah. Honestly, just looks like a regular ass maid. We know you're not, though. You're definitely a part of the society. Go downstairs. think this is Alisa's room. Let's knock. It's me, Reen. Can I come in?
Oh, hey, it's Reen.
Of course. Alright, let's see what you two are up to. Wow, so this is your room, huh? That's a lot bigger than I would have guessed. Really nice and tidy, too.
I like the view from the window. Honestly, were you raised in a barn? You don't just roam around a girl's room checking everything out.
Oops, sorry.
So these days, my mother's the only one who even uses this floor. There's so much space, it feels pretty lonely having it all to herself. Or it must feel pretty lonely having it all to herself.
Elisa's always worried about her mother. Alisa?
Just a passing thought. Are you nervous because there's a boy in your room? I can always find somewhere else.
That's wild.
No, it's fine. Don't leave. I mean, yeah, it's the first time a guy's been in my room, but... Hey, you tricked me into admitting that. I didn't ask you to say anything.
Don't fight, you two. Let's look around Alisa's room, even though she doesn't want us to. Okay, so Alisa has that same picture in her room as well. So that other room must be Sharon's. Blade.
Well, seeing as we'll be spending a few nights here, I might as well start getting things set up. You don't need to volunteer to help, you know. We do have Sharon on the payroll for housekeeping.
I know.
This is a nice room. Great view, too. And the windows are even bulletproof. You get a good night's sleep here.
Damn, she said she might... She said just because the windows are bulletproof that she'll get a good night's sleep. Damn, man, the life of a Jaeger, huh? Life of an ex-Jaeger? I don't really think that's something you need to worry about. Okay, so we can play a little bit of Blade.
Let the battle begin.
Honestly, I don't even know if I'll keep all this in for you guys. Wait, what the? I was trying to look around for more Blade opponents, but I don't think... Where's Sharon going? I don't think we can play with anyone else. Huh. Where's she off to? I have a hunch Sharon knows something. Maybe I should see if she'll tell me anything. Can't hurt to try. Let's speak to Marcus. Okay, so we can't play Blade with Marcus.
Perhaps it's just me, but does the chairman's sudden cancellation not strike you as slightly out of character? Considering how much of a multitasking virtuoso she is, you'd expect her to schedule to have weight of law. So it seems unusual that she'd suddenly cancel her dinner plans with us.
It's not just you. I thought the same thing.
I'm concerned that something out of the ordinary came up. I can only hope tomorrow brings us some hint as to what happened.
Sounds like he's worried about Alisa. Okay, so we cannot play Blade with Crow and Elliot. We can play with Marcus. Let's just head down. It looks like she went this way. Oh, she's in the other room.
So, Masterine, is there something I can help you with? Perhaps you'd like to wash your back, but want some help with those hard-to-reach spots. Not to worry, I'm here to help.
I think I'll pass. Actually, Sharon, is Alisa's mother really alright?
There's no need to worry about the chairman. It's not as though she's wrestling with some abnormally large crisis or anything like that. Though I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the specifics with you.
I understand that, but I can't help but think about the quarrel between the Provincial Army and the RMP we saw this evening. I'm guessing the reason she couldn't make it is related to that somehow.
That way you like to just throw potential theories out there reminds me of Lady Sarah. Perhaps that's thanks to her guidance as your instructor.
I'm not really sure about that, but your lack of denial tells me I'm on the right track.
You may interpret it however you see fit. However, I'd like to reassure you that there's no need for you to worry about the chairman. I'd much rather see you direct your concern toward Lady Alisa.
Alright. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Honestly, no, I'm glad you did bother her with this because I was curious about what was going on as well. Like when it faded to black, I was hoping, I think I said something about how I hope it's nothing serious.
Don't worry, Masterine. A maid must always be available to serve guests. Still, are you certain you don't feel like a rejuvenated back scrub? I'd be happy to give you a stimulating massage too if that's what you wish.
Yeah, she's intense. Stimulating. I mean, I'm A-okay. Thank you.
This might prove to be an opportune chance for you after all.
Opportune for what? I don't know, but... There's Alisa, but she's heading out to that area that's kind of like a garden. Alisa, wonder what she's doing. Maybe I should go see. Where did Fee go? And there she is.
Alisa? She said she was going out on the terrace.
Huh. Maybe she really does have something weighing on her mind then.
If that's true, we should do what we can for her. We're a team after all.
Yeah, you're right. It's really nice to see Fee respond in that sort of fashion. Fee's really changed. I still remember how she was at the start of the year. Guess that's true of everyone in Class 7 now.
Maybe you should go check on her.
Before we do any of that, can I see if I can play Blade? Okay, we can. Yo, Elliot, I'll finish brainstorming ideas for the concert.
Yep, just about. Hey, Reen, aren't you worried about what happened earlier?
Of course I am. The RMP and the Provincial Armies have never been on great terms, but driving armored cars onto the city streets?
I can't help but get the feeling that there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about.
When is that never not the case?
You think we could look into it a little tomorrow if we get the chance? I think Alisa's really been worried about it too.
Yeah. Nice, we're 2 for 2 now. Hey, where's Crow? Here he is. What is he looking at? Generator? Looks like Alisa's got something on her mind. Wonder if the chairman's sudden change in plans has something to do with what happened earlier. You noticed too. Of course I did. You could practically see it on her face. My guess is that something's going down in Roer. Something big. Maybe we should take some time here and there tomorrow to look into it. I think that'd be good. Oh man, what did I say? Yeah, you lost. Look at that. We're 3-2 now. Feeling pretty good. See what's going on with our girl Alisa. She's bound to have a lot on her mind.
Hey, Alisa.
Oh, it's you.
Yep.
Sorry, were you worried?
Honestly, everyone is.
A little, yeah. Seeing you like that just kind of reminded me of that night in Nord.
And what a night it was.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm so pathetic.
What makes you say that exactly?
I keep going on about how I'm going to be independent, but then I get all worked up over something as trivial as this.
Trivial? I don't know.
Seeing the city from above at night is really something, though. And to think, you got to take in a beautiful view like this every night growing up.
Yeah, I guess so. It used to be my grandfather, my father, and my mother here. Then after my father died, Sharon joined us.
So she joined right after her father died? I see.
But through the years, my family has always enjoyed seeing the lighted windows of Roer at night.
Something that never changed, huh? I guess it is to you what Ymir's mountains are to me.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to Ymir.
Maybe every family has something like that. Still, first my grandfather left. And now Sharon and I aren't here most of the time either. Mother just stays here all on her own.
It does suck, man. But at the same time, Gwen's situation is rough. Like your mother really did him dirty. Which is crazy because it's her own pops.
Every time I think of that, I just feel like crying. It breaks my heart. I can't understand why she chooses to be so alone.
I thought so. You're not just angry at her then.
Of course not. I think we all already knew. She's just upset.
Well, she gets under my skin, that's nothing new.
You could tell the girl loves her mother and cares about her deeply just by some of the things that Alisa has said throughout the course of the game. She's just worried about her.
But if I was in her place, I don't know how I'd cope. I couldn't live like she does, losing herself in her work all alone with no friends or loved ones by her side.
Yeah.
She wasn't like that before, back when my dad was still alive.
No. Look at little Alisa. I'm not gonna lie to you. Why does her father looks like an older version of Machias? Am I crazy?
She's always been a career woman, but back then she was kind, funny. She had this warmth, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of tell by the picture, her expression.
But ever since Dad passed away, she hasn't been the same. Work became her life. She pushed Grandfather out as chairman, all for what? More work? I've never seen her indulge herself, not even once. If she isn't dining with some business partner, she eats nutrition bars instead of meals. Sharon scolds her for it, but...
It doesn't matter regardless, huh?
That's how she is. And that's why I'm scared. I don't want life to just pass her by.
That's really sweet, Alisa.
Where did that come from?
I love that little expression she always has. Like a surprised Pikachu face.
You're always looking out for the people in your life. Even when they get on your nerves, you still care about them.
Yep.
It's like how you and I were at first, or how you were with Laura and Fee. Heck, I still remember how you told me off for hurting my sister's feelings.
Yeah, she really got on you.
You've been keeping an eye out for Milliam all this time, too.
Alisa is a very sweet and caring person, but I had already said this for a while now. I think that's one of the aspects I brag about Alisa the most. She's very sweet.
And you should know that we're all really grateful to you for it. Especially me. I'm worried about what's happening here in Roer, too. This is your home, and your mother might be caught up in whatever's going on.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to happen, or I don't want to think about that.
I think we should look into it. What do you say?
What?
Yeah, I mean, why not? We can do a little bit of it on the side, kind of try to figure out something, maybe. Not sure how much we'll get out of it, but wouldn't hurt to. At the end of the day, the field study is more than just about your task.
But with all our field study tasks, where would we find the time?
Why not do it while we're out handling those? Making some headway is always better than making none, right?
Yeah, plus you never know what you might come across.
I mean, I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everyone else does too. Fee cares. So does Elliot. Machias does too. Even Crow's been concerned about you.
Yep.
We can use our time in the city to poke around and find out more about what's going on. You know, kind of like we always do.
Yeah, we always find a way to do something during the field study. This is no different, really.
Well, if you say so, but I'll save the thanks for later. I doubt Sharon will tell us anything, no matter how much we pester her.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
But I'll ask around and see if anyone I know has any idea what might be going on. It shouldn't be too late to give some of them a call at least.
All right, I'll leave the info gathering to you. Once we get our task list tomorrow, we can discuss how we want to do this.
All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to start calling my contacts.
Your contacts, huh?
Oh, and one more thing. If I were you, I wouldn't go around stroking girls' heads like that.
What was wrong with that? It's just a way to comfort you.
I mean, you don't just go whispering sweet nothings into any girl's ear, do you? This isn't so different, really.
It isn't?
Huh? Oh, I guess you're right. Sorry, it's something I always did to my sister when she was feeling down. But now that you mention it, she did seem to resent it more as she got older. But when I stopped doing it, she called me insensitive and got all upset anyway.
That's a whole nother issue.
I think your sister and I would have a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'll see you later.
All right. Well, she seems like she's feeling better now. I just hope our efforts will turn up some good leads.
Yeah, something at all. Even if it's just something small. Alright, I think with that being said, I will split this part because it is getting very long. I'll see you guys in the next one.